I'm Liam.
And I'm Olivia.
And today we're going deep, deep, deep into a world of, well, let's just say fourth meals, questionable menu choices, and some of the most genius marketing the fast food world has ever seen.
That's right, folks. We're talking Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to unpack how this fast food joint, this little, kind of funky taco stand, went from slinging tacos for like 19 cents to becoming a cultural freaking icon that even managed to troll the goddamn USSR.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because this deep dive is about to get saucy.
All right, so to really understand Taco Bell, you gotta understand the man behind the magic, the OG Taco King himself, Glen Bell.
Right. No, this wasn't some culinary prodigy who grew up dreaming of a perfectly seasoned ground beef or anything like that.
No.
Glen was a Marine Corps cook, and that experience, as you might imagine, really shaped his approach to food and to business.
Absolutely. He was all about efficiency, speed, keeping the costs down, making sure everybody got fed, kind of like running a mess hall. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that military mindset is basically the DNA of Taco Bell. Fast, affordable, and adaptable.
Totally. So after his stint in the Marines, Glen, he starts out with a hot dog stand, like classic American dream stuff.
Yeah.
Calls it Glen's Drive-In.
Okay.
Expands to hamburgers.
Right.
But guess who moves into town around the same time?
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
McDonald's. Talk about bad timing.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where Glen's adaptability really comes in. He sees the writing on the wall, knows he can't, compete with the golden arches on burgers, so he pivots. And get this, his inspiration comes from, of all places, a little Mexican restaurant across the street that was always packed.
Okay, so he decides to go all in on tacos, right? But here's where it gets really, really interesting. Taco Bell's signature taco sauce, the stuff we all know and love. You know what it's based on.
I think I do.
Don't tell me. His chili dog recipe.
Bingo. From his hot dog stand days,
yeah.
It's like culinary alchemy, turning chili dogs into taco sauce.
Genius. Pure genius.
I know, right?
It's amazing how he took something familiar, tweaked it, and create a whole new taste sensation. Talk about entrepreneurial spirit.
Absolutely. He basically became the Henry Ford of tacos.
Yeah.
Mass producing them, keeping the prices low, and just bringing tacos to the masses.
Cooper.
He started Tacotia, sold it. Started El Taco, sold that too.
Yeah.
The man was a taco making machine.
Wow, he was unstoppable. So then in 1962, he teams up with some NFL players, and they launched the first Taco Bell.
Yeah, and no surprise, it was a hit. Tacos for 19 cents. You couldn't beat that.
I mean, come on, that's a steal.
It was a game changer. Remember, this is the 60s. Mexican food wasn't exactly mainstream yet. Taco Bell they were introducing a whole new cuisine to a lot of Americans.
It's true.
Yeah.
They were pioneers in a way, and they were crushing it. But then in 1978, things take a turn that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Pepsi, the soda giant,
right,
buys Taco Bell. What the heck were they thinking?
Well, here's the thing. Pepsi, they weren't actually that interested in tacos. Their real target was Coca-Cola, their arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They were in this epic cola war, and their strategy was to buy up restaurant chains and make them Pepsi exclusive.
So it was all about controlling the beverage market.
Exactly. Force customers to drink Pepsi if you want to enjoy their tacos.
Pretty sneaky. I mean, it's definitely a bold move, and that's where Taco Bell's strategy shifted, right? It was less about authentic Mexican food and more about getting people in the door and pushing Pepsi products.
Right.
Which, as we'll see, led to some pretty wild and wacky consequences.
Oh yeah. Buckle up for some serious marketing mayhem.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're going to get into all that craziness in a bit.
Yeah.
But first, we got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with more Taco Bell shenanigans.
More shenanigans coming right up.
Right after this. All right, we're back, and we are diving headfirst into the era of Taco Bell's marketing madness.
Yeah, marketing madness is right, because remember, Pepsi's in charge now, and their goal, I mean, they're not really thinking about these tacos. They're thinking about moving that soda.
Yeah. And that's where the trolling really kicks in. It's like they just said, screw it. Yeah. Let's have some fun and get people talking.
Yeah, and get people buying that Pepsi.
Exactly. And they did it in some seriously unexpected ways. Like, first up on the trolling timeline, 1992 Taco Bell hires Johnny Cash, the man in black himself, to be their spokesperson.
The Ring of Fire guy
I know.
selling tacos. I love it.
It's brilliant. So unexpected.
It's perfect.
Right. It was edgy. It was a little bit rebellious, and it got people's attention. It was like saying, "Hey, we're not your average taco joint.
Right.
We're cool. We're different.
Right.
We're Johnny freaking Cash approved."
Exactly. And I think that really solidified their image as a brand that wasn't afraid to just, break the mold, check things out, be a little bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. Then in 1993, they land a product placement deal in the sci-fi action flick Demolition Man. It's this like dystopian future where Taco Bell is the only restaurant left standing after the franchise war.
I remember that.
Oh, such a good movie.
That scene with Sylvester Stallone, and he's trying to figure out how to use the 3 seashells in the bathroom.
Oh my God, the 3 seashells.
That's iconic. And Taco Bell is right there.
Right there.
Front and center.
Front and center. Representing this like futuristic, almost ironic vision of fast food. It was a stroke of marketing genius to associate themselves with this over-the-top, tongue-in-cheek version of the future.
It's true. They weren't just selling tacos anymore. They were selling a whole vibe, this idea of, being in on the joke, embracing the absurdity of it all.
Totally. But hold on, because the real masterpiece of trolling has got to be the 1996 April Fool's Day prank. Do you remember this one?
Oh, how could I forget? It's legendary.
They took out full page ads in major newspapers claiming that they had bought the Liberty Bell.
Oh my God.
The Taco Liberty Bell.
Taco Liberty Bell. It was insane. People were losing their minds.
Yeah, the National Park Service had to hold an emergency press conference to calm everyone down.
Wow.
It was a PR nightmare, but also, you got to admit, like a stroke of genius. Yeah. Right. Total genius. They knew exactly how to push buttons and get a reaction out of people, and I think it really cemented their reputation as master trolls.
I think so too.
Yeah.
They were not messing around.
And the best part is they got everyone talking about Taco Bell, and they did it with just, a simple prank. It was brilliant.
It was brilliant. And speaking of brilliant, we can't forget the Mir Space Station incident in 2001. So the Russians are about to deorbit this massive space station, and Taco Bell decides to put a giant inflatable target in the Pacific Ocean.
Stop.
I'm not kidding.
I remember this, and it's almost too good to be true.
And they offer free tacos to all of America if the Mir hit the target on reentry.
Oh my God.
Audacity.
The sheer ballsiness of it is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like they were constantly trying to one up themselves with these crazy stunts.
Right. And it worked. It totally worked. People were glued to their TVs watching this space junk hurtle towards Earth, all for the promise of free tacos.
For free tacos.
Incredible.
I know. So they're clearly winning the trolling game.
Yeah.
But what about the food? Remember, Pepsi, they don't really care about, authentic Mexican cuisine. They just want to sell soda.
Right. And that's where you get these wild menu innovations. Like they just said, screw tradition, let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The quesarito, a quesadilla wrapped around a burrito. Who comes up with this stuff? It's pure genius. Or maybe just pure madness.
I know.
It's hard to say.
I know.
And then there's the Crunchwrap Supreme, basically a giant tostada folded into a hexagon. It's like culinary origami.
It's a work of art.
It really is.
It is.
And let's not forget the Doritos Locos tacos.
Oh, come on.
They literally turned the taco shell into a giant Dorito.
It's so wrong. It's right.
It's beautiful.
It's genius.
It really is. It's clear that they really understand their audience.
Yeah.
They know people want something unique, something shareable, something that's going to get them talking.
Right, and they deliver.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to experiment, to create these conversation-worthy, Frankenstein-like food creations.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all part of the Taco Bell experience.
It's true. And sometimes they even hit on something truly innovative, like their taco mode partnership with Lyft.
Oh yeah.
You could actually request a ride that would take you through the Taco Bell drive-thru before dropping you off at your destination.
I was so bummed when that ended. I would have totally used that.
It was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Maybe a little ahead of its time, but who knows? Maybe it'll make a comeback someday.
One can only hope.
Fingers crossed.
I know. But it just goes to show that Taco Bell is always pushing the boundaries, always trying new things, always looking for that next big crazy idea that'll capture our attention.
Absolutely. It's what makes them so fascinating, right? They're never content with the status quo. They're always looking for that next big thing, the next way to troll us, the next culinary, abomination that will all end up craving.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a wild ride, that's for sure. But I think that's what we all secretly love about Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
They're unpredictable. They're unapologetically themselves, and they're always up for a good time.
It's true. And who doesn't love a good time, especially when it involves tacos?
Especially when it involves tacos.
Speaking of which, I'm suddenly craving a Crunchwrap Supreme. Anyone else?
So Taco Bell's journey from that humble hot dog stand to fast food fame has been anything but ordinary.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, it's a story of innovation and risk-taking and a whole lot of humor. I mean, they really haven't been afraid to just, push those boundaries, whether it's their marketing, their menu, or their willingness to just, kind of poke fun at themselves.
Yeah. They've tapped into something unique in American culture, that love of the outrageous, the unexpected, and they've done it while serving up food that's, let's just say, uniquely Taco Bell.
Yeah. They're not pretending to be some gourmet, authentic Mexican experience.
Yeah.
They know what they are and they own it.
And that's part of their appeal, right?
Yeah.
They're not taking themselves too seriously.
It's true. It's refreshing.
So what can we learn from all this? Why should we care about the history of Taco Bell?
Well, I think it's a reminder that sometimes the most successful brands are the ones that are willing to break the rules, to take risks, and to not be afraid to be different. Yeah, to stand out from the crowd, even if it means making a few people raise their eyebrows along the way.
Right. It's a testament to the power of understanding your audience too.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell knows what their customers want, and they deliver it. Whether it's a Doritos Locos tacos or a giant inflatable Target in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, or Johnny Cash in a commercial.
I mean, why not?
Right. They've turned their brand into a cultural phenomenon by embracing the unexpected, the absurd, the things that make people laugh and say, "Wait, did that really happen?"
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they've been able to do.
And at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want?
What's that?
A little bit of fun, a little bit of excitement, and maybe a taco or two along the way.
Well, always a taco or two.
Always,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
So next time you're digging into a Crunchwrap Supreme, remember that you're not just enjoying a guilty pleasure. You're experiencing a piece of American pop culture, a history that's been shaped by a Marine Corps cook, a soda company with a score to settle, and a whole lot of audacity.
And a whole lot of cheese.
Oh, so much cheese.
And sour cream.
And sour cream. Don't forget the sour cream.
Oh, it's glorious. That's the legacy of Taco Bell, a company that's always kept us guessing, laughing, and coming back for more.
Coming back for more. That's right. So is Taco Bell's success just clever marketing, or is there something more to it? Something about their ability to tap into our collective cravings for the weird, the wonderful, and the undeniably delicious?
We'll leave you with that question to ponder. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Taco Bell.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next